The matches are coming thick and fast on day one, and Pool B is about to be wrapped up with Kenya facing up against Hong Kong, China. Well, Kenya come into this having reached the final and finished runners-up in Dubai to China. Today, they face Hong Kong, China as their opener, who finished 10th, having started very promisingly in the Middle East, but tailing off a little as the competition went on. For Kenya, the name to get excited for is Janet Okello, number 13. She's back. Her performances on the sevens field, earning her a contract to play 15s for Japan for the Mi Pearls. Hong Kong, China welcome back a number of players as well, including the Balthazar sisters, Chloe and Michaela, as well as Shana Forrest, coming in to the white jerseyed ranks. A fresh competition and a fresh opportunity to stake a claim for that top four on International Women's Day, no less. It's been something that has been at the forefront of the HSBC World Rugby Sevens Challenger since touching down in Montevideo. The teams are greeted by President Beatriz Argument earlier in the week. She stated the importance of International Women's Day, saying it's important not just for women, but for all communities. And I think it's safe to say that the women are delivering on International Women's Day on the pitch here in Uruguay. And we've got some of the best women in the Challenger about to kick off. Kenya, the Lionesses, who grew and grew as the competition developed out in Dubai, will look to lay down a marker here against Hong Kong, China. Hungry defence from Sharon Ulmer, who's had a real journey in rugby recently, involved in WXV3, now in her second Challenger event of the year, and with her teammates applying a bit of pressure to this Hong Kong attack that is really slippery and wily, scampering in the 5-metre channel. Great urgency about the way Hong Kong, China are attacking. Olsen Thorne, her carry, sets up one for Michaela Balthazar. Balthazar back on her feet. Julia Oyana, handful of jersey, holds her, and the offload was the right one. She managed to free her arms up around the back. But a knock on shuts down the play, and we get a first scrum. Two very ambitious nations here. The Lionesses have spoken about how their men have inspired them. They've spoken about the unity between the two groups as well in their shared quest for the HSBC Sevens. But a penalty conceded gives Hong Kong, China an opportunity here. And they're no strangers to big finals and big moments. They were finalists in the repechage, in the quest for a spot at the Tokyo Olympics in Monaco. They fell to France, but that repechage will be taking place once again in Monaco come June, with just one golden ticket remaining to Paris. Kenya have not started in the most fluid fashion, and at that time it was the fated Janet Okello. Just that pressure, and Julia Oyana coming into her periphery, just displacing Okello. Chonkai Yan gets the ball in and fishes it out under real duress. Off goes Oyana. Oyana one-on-one. Doesn't quite escape the grasp of her opposite number. Oyana steps in at half-back. Bit of width, bit of fizz on the passing. Vivian Poon goes to Olsen Thorn. Olsen Thorn, too slippery, too full of desire. A brilliant score and a fabulous finish with much to do. Poon with the ball to Olsen Thorn. He backed herself, her strength, her speed, her fend. She gets the first score of the match.
That's your 10-second countdown.
So the captain, who brought up 50 tournament appearances for Hong Kong, China, when she took to the turf at the Seven Stadium in Dubai, leads from the front here against the Lionesses. Vivian Poon, who at the other end of the spectrum made her tournament debut at Dubai. Her kickoff isn't well handled by Kenya, and the tackle was timely from Okello. Turnover's good. Offload is a little bit streaky, knocked on. So back we come. The pattern of Kenya looking a little bit ragged continues. Turnover excellent after the hit from Okello. But maybe now, with the scrum platform, the Lionesses may roar. Judith Akumu, Tokyo Olympian, lets the ball out. Wonderful timing on the pass, releases Sharon Ulmer. Julia Oyana, more than a match. That is a battle, isn't it? Commencing by the bootstraps. Hong Kong, China in a hurry. Nice, clean, crisp ball. Olsen Thorn invited in off the switch. Just a little stutter and runs down a red alley. Go the cry for Oyana. Those long levers, difficult to rein in. Okello fly hacks through. Gets dragged down in the aftermath, and well, an awkward tackle and a knock-on caused, and a battle for the ball here. Best opportunity of the half for Kenya, who tap, they go, they take it to the line, they bring their physicality through Shayla Chajira. The offload to Wafula. Okello looks for just one more offload, but it squirms free into the hands of Oyana. Swallowed up by the red jersey defence, and the hooter goes. Hong Kong, China can end the half here.
That's full time, so that's half time.
And Vivian Poon does just that. Half time here. It is tense. It is tight. Vivian Poon Couple of bounces on the artificial turf here in Montevideo. Gets us underway. And over ambitiously sends it over the touchline. So an error to start the half. Hong Kong China looking to commence this round of the Challenger in the same fashion as they did in Dubai. They defeated Paraguay, and they're going to have to be on their defensive mettle like Poon there if they're to beat the hard-running Kenyans. Kenya thus far lacking a little bit of guile, lacking a bit of subtlety to the manner in which they're playing their rugby. Grace Okulu, no subtlety about that carry, but eventually dragged down until the presentation isn't precise enough and the flatness of Kenya continues. Balthazar ready to lift at the back there, offering a bit of physical presence, something that Hong Kong China struggled with at times in Dubai. But certainly defensively, they haven't shied away. And Balthazar sets upon her opposite woman. Well-timed kick, invites the chase. Oyana spun on her heels, being converged upon by red jerseys, but that's good work from Chong Kai Yan, who herself is extremely experienced. Chong winning the race. And Hong Kong China winning back possession, swung back into their 22. Shayla Chirjira, the one to do the defensive work there. Beautiful line. Oh, against the grain and just the right amount of delay. Well, a little too much delay. Gilt-edged opportunity this for Kenya. Centre field. The possibility of striking either side of the set piece. But they've given away a free kick at the scrum.
Hold your weight until the ball is in.
The power propels through the scrum. Hong Kong China do incredibly well to maintain it. Poon gets consumed by 3 red jerseys. Ulmer there as the guard, and up rushes the Lionesses. A clearance from Poon. And that's really smart. No one at home for Kenya, and they're all the way back beyond the halfway line. And Sharon Ulmer there to collect. A lot of room, a lot of opportunity. Janet Okelo gets in a tangle with Oyana. She has been everywhere. The engine showing no sign of revving any less. And as Kenya drop it to the toe, guess who? Julia Oyana doing the work of 7 women out there for Hong Kong China. And understandably, trotting back into position a little more lethargically than the opening minute. But goodness me, both sides of the ball.
When the scrum is stable, feed the ball, okay? Too long.
5-0. Hong Kong China still lead. Just that Natasha Olsen-Thorne try the difference. Kenya can't get their scrum right at the moment. And what we've seen is it's a real weapon when they do. Sheila Chijira, who was involved in the Safari Sevens, is kind of one of the experienced heads surrounded by youth as the Lionesses look to develop some players in the early stages of their international career. She just has a chat with the referee and then goes driving through the scrum. Again, Hong Kong, China emerge with the ball. Oh, that is outrageous from the captain, Natasha Olsen Thorne in the Lionesses side. Bags a brace in game one. And with 80 seconds on the clock, that could be the match. Poon clips the post, but it's post and out. But sit back and enjoy that burst of pace, electrifying from Olsen Thorne.
Thank you. Time back on.
And Hong Kong, China, the scoreboard and the clock their friend.
Let's go, please.
Well, it's off a Kenyan hand. It'll be Hong Kong, China ball. And they will start
Mark's here.
their Uruguayan assault with a win here against the runners-up from Dubai.
Come in. Let's go, please. Your ball. Where's Mama?
There's the hooter.
Off. Okay, let's set this correctly.
Pretty clear instruction there. Kick it out. No losing bonus point at the moment as far as Kenya are concerned. And they'll get nothing. And Hong Kong, China will celebrate a big opening round victory against the runners-up from Dubai. 2 tries from the captain, Natasha Olsen Thorne. She was the difference. But a consummate team display.